So I have technically played this game before. According to my Steam, I played this all the way back in 2013, but I promise you that I have absolutely and utterly zero recollection of this game. So I'm just going to press no, because I feel like that's basically close to true. So there you go. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I'm not going to do that just because obviously we're on stream, because normally colors don't get through well. Oh my god. A fart into the void. Oh, I tell you what, I hate that that doesn't actually just echo out to nothingness. It like cuts off the reverb at one point. That's really annoying. Please enter the current time. It is 14... Or, no, I guess it's 4 p.m. 4:15. Bam. Let's go. I'm actually surprised it can't grab system time for that. Alright, here we go. Oh, screen in the screen in the screen. That's like me when I'm testing anything in OBS. Alright.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Jeez.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Until the
And then one
Fire
day,
Nation.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh
what
no.
did it mean?
Can I not get back in?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why does it sound like a keyboard? That's weird. It sounds like a keyboard when I'm like clicking on it. Oh wait, have I just loop-de-looped? Wait, hold on. Oh, this game's good. Wait. 427, 429, 428. Oh no, actually we're fine, we're good. We haven't loop-de-looped. So where's this meeting room we've heard all about? They've really hyped it up. What does that say? Sales this quarter, predictions, and some other bits.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, of course he did. Everybody always goes on the left if they have to make a choice. They absolutely have to. They always go left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah, forget that.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
True.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
True.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make
he doesn't
other
take a break
strange
from talking, does he?
observations.
Jesus Christ.
For example,
Oh,
why
I'm
couldn't he
looping.
see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
He's in a video game.
I'm dreaming!
Oh.
He yelled. This is all a dream.
Oh, there we go. It changed.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
No,
An
it's back to the same. Oh, shit.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
I want to go that way.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Ooh.
Then he imagined himself
of the car.
soaring through space on a magical
I
star
floated for like a
and
second.
It too appeared. It was so much fun.
Oh, God.
And Stanley marveled that he had still
Will?
not woken up.
Will, where are you,
Hundreds of
honey?
remaining
Use the
seconds.
lights.
And then perhaps the strangest
Oh,
question
God.
of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh, he's becoming self-aware.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people,
I'm starting to regret not going up to the boss. I think I'd rather have gotten fired and woken up from this dream.
How could it be?
This is a bit much.
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was
It does go on a bit, doesn't it? Fucking hell. I want to do something new visually. I don't mind the guy going on, but I want to be making progress.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Okay.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
Oh,
the press
interesting.
of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
What a basic bitch
I
Stanley
want
is.
my apartment and my wife
What?
and my job. All I want is my life.
Somebody married a man
exactly
who
the
just
way
presses
it's always
buttons
been.
after orders. The
My
hell?
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
No, I am stuck is what I am. Forever.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, shit. Well.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Oh,
of work.
Stanley.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Jesus.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Poor fella.
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control
Wow.
of my
She
mind.
really's got main character syndrome,
I know
hasn't she?
what is real and what isn't. It was comforting
Just
to
making
think
it
this,
all about
and
yourself,
in a certain
miss.
way, seeing this man made her feel
Bad.
better.
Bad.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. I guess. Love this game. Yeah, what's going on, Chris? I apparently played it years ago, and I don't remember a single thing of it. So this is very much
All of his co-workers were gone.
fresh playthrough
What could
for
it
me.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Are all these doors closing behind me or no? If the narrator's starting to describe her thoughts, is it going to drive her mad too? It's hard to know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I want to see what happens if you
entered
choose the
door on his
exact same
left.
options again. I mean, if it tries to take me through the same sequence again, Jesus Christ, I will restart the game
Yet
and go
there
the
was
other
not
way.
a single person here either.
just wanna
Feeling
test
a
its
wave
limits.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
No.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it.
So
He
does it do
considered
the same
possibility
thing
of facing
over
his
and over if
boss,
you go the same way?
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss...
Yeah, this is like the exact same thing again. Begin the game again. How many iterations have you done? None.
All of his co-workers
I
were
guess.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley
So
decided
is it very
to go
much
to
a
the
case of
meeting
there are
room.
numerous
Perhaps he had simply
endings and
missed
you've
a
got to
memo.
try and explore all of them? Is it a bit Bandersnatchy in that regard? Well, you've really gone down the
When
rabbit
Stanley
hole.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Same path and ending, okay. So is this actually a
Yet
game, or
there
is it
was
just
not
a
single
corridor
person here
simulator
either.
with different
Feeling
outcomes?
a wave of disbelief,
Like, is there actually any puzzle
Stanley
solving at
decided
any
to go
point, or
up to his
any
boss's. Coming to a
anything like that?
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fucking hell, this is luxurious. Is this real wood? To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life would be to have to pick just one. Wow. There you go. What are you reading at the minute? Extreme bathrooms. What the hell? Can you imagine that? It's Friday night and it's time for extreme bathrooms. Jesus. I mean, I think my toilet that I'm getting soon is pretty extreme. It's got a blow dryer and a water sprayer on it. It's going to be giving my Gucci right splash, but I think that's about it. Christ, these ceilings are tall.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from
This
him?
has a real
What he could not have known
Mr.
was
Burns
that the
vibe,
keypad
doesn't it?
behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
It
the
reacts
correct
really quickly,
code
doesn't it,
by
to your
sheer
inputs?
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, wow, okay. I was expecting this to be a little bit more industrial through here. I thought this was going to be a bit more sort of like, I don't know, like plane hangar. A bit more Starky. Imagine if the different voices affected the VTuber model with
Descending
props.
deeper into
Yeah,
the building,
that could be potential.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years
that say?
it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, Jesus. A little bit
Stanley
sparky.
walked straight ahead through the large
Oh,
door
of
that
course.
read Mind Control Facility.
I mean, sure.
Although this passageway had the word escape written
Let's
on
find
it,
out what it
the
is.
truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Hopefully it's not TOS.
The
Let's see
door
what goes
behind
down.
him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Okay.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah. I ain't scared of nothing. Ready? Let's hop on in. Whoop! Yeah. Oh, there's like a whole loading sequence. Kind of kills the vibe when you put a loading screen in the middle, but sure. Oh, we're
As the
moving
machine
forwards.
whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh no,
he
squishy,
reflected
squishy.
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I wouldn't say this is a violent death. I'd say that this is just like an efficient death. Just a quick crush.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Who the fuck is this?
In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Right, so we're 2 layers deep here. Or not. Man.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, you can get closer to it. Why is it always sheet white
When
areas?
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
So obviously that's the framework. So obviously this here is room 427. And then it obviously kind of goes along from there. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path of Stanley's office to the 2 doors. Yeah, there we go. Sections have been added and altered through development. The core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Sure. Stanley's PC. Not much going on there. A couple of filing cabinets. A little bit of solitaire. Where we're going to go next with that? I guess we'd put the... I don't know. I guess we'd put the 3 of diamonds on the 4 of clubs and then open that up. Also, I was 8 years old when it finally twigged for me that the spades are actually just upside down hearts. I was reading Alice in Wonderland to Amelia earlier on and just, I don't know, I guess I never really thought about it. And there you go. That one threw me a bit. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realised shortly after starting that build it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. This feels like a real, like, end game location. You know what I mean? Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we... Chat, I didn't misread... Gay, are you gay? I just didn't expect to see a message like that in there. It felt like someone, like, hacked my game then. So were these all the emails that they received? Let's have a look. After the second trailer, we sent out... we asked people to email the narrator questions. While we'd initially planned to use these for the promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of the emails. Right, okay. I mean, he did marry Mumbo. This is true. He has played in MCC Pride. True. The apartment timer. Of the choice leading to the apartment ending. I feel like I'm getting spoilers here. I kind of want to get out of here before I see too many of the... Oh, well, it did look like this, but then we changed it. How do I just restart? Or am I legit stuck in here until I actually do a restart? Oh, no, here we go. Oh, no, wait, is that where I came in?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Aye.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
So she's talking to us, the player, and the narrator and Stanley are both within the game.
It'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
You don't tell me what to do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All right.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Not gonna lie, that was a good crunch sound. It was. All right, so let's do the same again, and we're gonna
Stanley
go.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door
into
on
the
his
mind
left.
control lab. Just follow the story and then do the other parts.
Yet
That's
there
what
was
we're doing.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase,
The
Stanley
voice
walked
commanding Martin to
upstairs
do
his
something, trying to
boss's
save
office.
people. Ain't this just a data stream law? No, it's not. I feel like this would be the perfect environment to have a data stream law,
Stepping
though.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Fuck it, it's
What could it
2-4.
mean?
It pressed 5
Stanley
instead.
wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Wow.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
When I played it, I tried never to listen to the narrator and chat got mad. That feels like the best way to do it. Once.
Feeling soothed and
sorry.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the
I was about to
open
get into
passage.
some really soulful, sort of like 80s, 90s kind of music then, but he took me out before I could do my ballad. But the narrator is cool. Why would you not listen to him? Nah, the narrator's very needy and pushy. Big red flag from me. Big red flag. Huge red flag.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, he did. What an idea.
The lights rose on an
Wow,
enormous
look at
room
this.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Do you reckon there are
Did he
places
have
like
the
this in real
strength
life?
to find out?
I can't imagine why there would be. I feel like you only ever see them in sci-fi. Like, it's very Xavier, isn't it? Instead of ignoring the narrator, do the opposite of what he says. Now, I'll just do whatever I feel like. If it sometimes lines up with him, great. If it doesn't other times, then great. Employee observation protocol. If despite adherence to protocol 2A, blah, 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 an employee leaves during work hours and a system loop has failed, you must terminate. Please note that all employees... Sorry, wait, please note that employee 432 is a test case, while the need for protocol 2A may seem unlikely. Okay, it's just a lot of supervision stuff.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Ooh.
revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Holy
The
shit.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where's my number? 427. There I am. There's my desk. Look at it, dude. God, I don't envy them having to create 427 different scenes. Or more, to be honest. How high does it go? 600. Do you reckon there's any copy pasta or no? Oh, yeah, there is actually. I can see that one there and that one there are the same. Yeah, there's a bit of copy pasta going on.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this
Like
the only
he's
reason
surprised.
he was happy with his boring job?
literally done
that
nothing
his
but press a button
emotions
that
had
he
been
was told.
manipulated to accept it blindly?
You know what I reckon it is? I reckon it's the button for some nukes or something terrible that happens in the world. And technically, because Stanley's the one that presses the button, he's the one that technically gets the blame if it ever came out. But it's the people up above that are giving the orders. Yeah, that's right. Get your tinfoil hats on, everybody.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't
it? It's not, though, is it?
Was it even possible?
Is Stanley really that dense?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Isn't Superliminal more of like a puzzle game, though? This feels like it's almost like a narrative-y... This feels like it's like a more heavily narrated, like... Almost like a Telltale game, really.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Very brave for me to walk over the pit.
Would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh my god. Now it's just like The Incredibles. You know what I mean? It's going to show me all the heroes that are dead or not. This is going to show me every Catgirl from the VTuber tag. Guarantee it.
Oh, Stanley. You didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Sir.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency
it's going to go boom boom!
System.
Going to
In the event
explode!
that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say,
now.
2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Yep.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
This music's
what
sick.
all this means. I barely know where to start.
By the way, this is one of the best examples of like
your
the screen
coworkers
changing
are.
color when
A moment
see
of
how my
silence
avatar's
before you're
changing color.
obliterated. All right,
Pretty
I'm in
cool,
a
isn't
good
it?
mood.
I
You're
really
gonna
like
die
it.
Anyway, I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Not going to stop it.
I
Nah,
raised
let's see
them.
what happens.
I turned off the
I want to call his
machine. I
bluff.
set
It
you
might not be a
free.
nuke.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Not a problem,
but I'm
dude.
enjoying this
We're
so
vibing.
much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Oh,
Why
come
not?
on!
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Really?
Time doesn't grow on trees.
Why has he
Oh,
done
dear
that?
me, what's the matter, Stanley?
I
Is
don't
it
like
you
that.
have no idea where you're going or
Come
what
on.
you're supposed to be doing right now?
Blow
Or did you
me
just
to
assume when you saw
kingdom
that
come,
timer
please.
That something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
No.
screen to screen.
I
clicking on
reckon
every
I
little
reckon
thing
he
in this
needs the
room.
machine
These
on
numbered
in order to
buttons.
survive.
No, these colored ones. Or maybe this
That's
big
what I
red
reckon.
button. Or this
I reckon
door.
if we
Everything,
if we let it
something
count
here
down,
will save me.
he won't let it
Why would
happen.
you think that,
I reckon he's
Stanley?
powered by
That
the
this
machine.
video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Yep.
Stanley, You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
I'm confident.
You're only still playing.
That's why I put the confident face on.
Because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to
Cool
your
guys, look at explosions, chat. They don't walk away from them, they look at them head on.
Choice.
With glasses, obviously, because we're not crazy.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well,
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Again, do it again. Honestly, I want to do it again just for like the vibes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're going to go do it again, but I will turn it off this time because obviously we know what happens if we don't turn it off.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There's a flashing to the top right, Martin. Anyone see that? What?
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Nice.
Kill surprise.
I like that he's doing that now. Look how cool that is. Look how cool it is that my like avatar like glows when I'm near the lights. Whoa. The way this is working, chat, I'll give you a little bit of a behind the scenes on how this works. So what it is there is a blurred version of what you're seeing. So I think it's actually this layer here, look. Yeah, that's it. So basically, look, this is the blurred version. And basically this blurred version then gets overlaid on my avatar, and then it kind of goes from there. It's really cool. It's really cool. Your VTuber model's cool, for real. Thanks, dude. I don't know whether to turn off the filter. What do you reckon? Do we keep it on for now, or do we turn it off? What are you thinking?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I do appreciate that they speed up these endings each time. It's really, really good.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I like it. Nice.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, it fits the game, to be honest. Yeah, I think certain games will really benefit from that. I think games that have like, you know, say for example you're playing Stardew Valley, it's not as ambient, but a game like this really is.
Now the monitors
something like Fortnite or Minecraft and things like that. Maybe Minecraft to an extent, but I don't think Minecraft
in the building
has as much dramatic suspense.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
And up we go.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control?
It's not so much mind control, it's more just absolute compliance.
That his emotions
you know what I mean?
Had been manipulated to accept it blindly.
He's still 3 or 4, he was just getting paid to do a gig.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
It's good for FPS games where it feels like your avatar is truly in the game environment.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It does look particularly cool with those red lights.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
Pressed it 5
Stanley
times, nothing.
decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm going to press all of these the amount of times it requests and just see if anything happens. Now I'm being mind controlled. Oh, do you press them in order? Ah, wait, okay, hold on. So, 1, 2. Where was 3? 3. Got to be a 4 knocking about somewhere. Where would I find a 4? So you got 5 there. Where's 4? Oh, is 4 up there? That's annoying. I think that's a blocked doorway or stairwell. Okay. I think that's a 4 up there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it looks like a 4. Maybe when we whack the power on, maybe that will then open up the gate. We'll come back and try and do it. So Stranger Things will have a movie in the new season. Oh, really? Jeez.
And when at last he found the source... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
It was
Control?
Stanley, I applaud your effort,
I didn't
really
fuck
do.
up.
But you need to understand, there's
this
only
open?
so much that machine
Oh, it's
can
not
do.
opening.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
I'm trying my best,
I'm afraid
buddy.
you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
Does Stanley Parable speedruns
nuclear
exist? Oh,
detonators
they
are set
must
to
do.
explode, eliminating
They
the
must.
entire complex. How long
Bruh.
until detonation then? Let's say...
Maybe when the timer starts, maybe I can press buttons.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your
Oh,
story
look, there's lights
now.
in there now.
Shape
Someone
it to
has
your
changed.
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
The stairs are
More
open,
time to
dude.
talk
Let's
about
go.
you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Yes, please
I
do.
erased them.
Oh.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground.
Is there a
swallowing
zero? I
everyone
haven't seen another
inside,
button
or I
just
let
yet.
it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's
Oh,
rich.
yellow,
Almost hate to
0521. I see what you're
it
saying,
go.
yeah.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next
Maybe if I just press
go-around
521,
will be
maybe
even
that'll do it.
better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Thanks,
Why
boss man.
not?
Oh, that door's open.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me,
Nothing.
what's the matter,
Oh,
Stanley?
wait.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did
Oh,
you just
shit, I should've
assume
gone through
you
that
saw
door when it was
timer
available.
that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to
Ah,
button.
fuck, that door was
screen
open as
to
well.
Screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored
Maybe
ones.
doing
Or
them in
maybe
order
this
actually
big
opens
red
that
button.
door.
Or this door.
I'll triple check.
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that,
Shit.
Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
I've got 10
One
seconds.
solved? Do you have any
Oh, no, it's a
idea
minute,
what your
sorry.
purpose in this place is? But
Oh, I
you
missed
really
3,
believe there's an
fuck!
answer.
Oh, God.
How many times will you replay
Can I do this in time?
looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000?
Oh, shit.
I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of
I think I can
fire
make
and
it.
metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again.
No, thank you. I don't want any correct codes,
And
nothing like that.
Stanley died
I'm
again.
good.
And Stanley died again.
Oh, I'm not
Take
going
a
to get
look
there
at
in
the clock,
time.
Stanley.
I'll get there
That's
to press
30
5,
seconds
but I don't
you
think I can
have
get to
left
the
struggle.
open door.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully?
Ah, shit.
Another choice.
That door was
Make
open
it
before, and it's not anymore.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke.
Fuck's sake.
And believe me, I will be laughing
can't
at
get
every
there quick
second
enough
of
to
your
press
inevitable
off
life
either.
From the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Dom, you absolutely smashed it. That was literally on the money with the sound alert. How did you do that? Did you like
All of
figure
his
out the stream
co-workers are
delay
gone.
from earlier on? Like, did you do one earlier and like time it? I can't believe you did it at the exact like second that it kicked in.
When
Oh my
Stanley
God.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. on
You've
his
smashed it
left.
there. You've absolutely smashed it. Somebody clip that, please.
Yet there was
Somebody
not a
clip that.
single person here either.
Jesus.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
That's
office. Coming to
hilarious.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Your farts are powerful. They really are, dude. They really are. Straight out the doorway.
Here's the door, just go.
Thanks, boss man. Jeez. One, oh, sorry. One thing I do need to do is I need to add a button to my stream deck again for doing markers. Create stream marker. There it is. That's what I wanted. Oop, there we go. Now I can actually pop them in myself. Lovely.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
I
Facility.
still love the Lego Star Wars fan part. Well, apparently Twitch did as well. Apparently they liked it. Got featured on the old
The lights
UK
rose on
Island
an
one.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Are you going to try that ending again? From what I remembered of OG Stanley, there's no solution. Oh, really?
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Maybe
Their
I'll just try
true
going through
nature
that door if
revealed.
it's open. See
Each
what happens.
bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Although maybe that's the
co-workers.
door you come through
the
initially.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
I can't
screen.
remember.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been
I don't want
under
anybody to
someone's
tell me the
control
combo.
all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with
Worst
his
case, I'll
boring
turn it
job?
off this time
That
if we
his
run out of time.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Right. On
no.
we go.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was
Never,
unthinkable.
no.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
All right. So you
But
come
here
out
was
of
the proof,
this door.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power.
So we definitely
over
need to turn the
another
main
human
power on,
life.
don't we, in order to get
For
up to the
he
number 4
would
button.
dismantle the controls once and for all.
You think Stanley ever met other employees besides the 400s? Probably not, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't meet anybody outside of like a 15 to 20 range.
You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
0001
Stanley,
142.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation
Wait, see whether this door opens
In the
again.
event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what
So we opened that
precious
door
moments
before,
each one of them
but
is.
never
More time to talk
went through
about
it.
you, about me, where we're going.
We'll see how this goes.
What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your
I did something to open the door and
coworkers
can't remember what.
are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Unless it was a case of
Alright,
pressing all the buttons the number
You're gonna
of
die
times.
Anyway. I'll tell you exactly.
Or it was
what
142
happened.
potentially, yeah.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Or it's the 521.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Let's try
Other
a
times,
521.
I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to
I
a
felt like I did
crisp.
521
I
before.
have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Where's 521
I'm
come
sure
from? Just
whatever
there.
I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what?
I'm gonna try to
To
press
hell
them all
with
the
it.
right number of
I'm going
times.
to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are
Oh,
precious
wait.
additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea
4.
where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room
It would be
was
impressive if you did
capable
go
of
through
turning
that
it
door.
on?
I had it open before, I just don't remember what I did.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
That's annoying.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
I mean, it's press green then 5, yeah.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All
Oh,
part of
you can't
the
actually
show.
turn it off.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade
Oh,
in
shit.
until the moment I say happily ever after.
Okay. So, we were getting some feedback out of the monitors on the ground. So let's focus on that. So at least we know we can't turn it off now. Let's just get it done.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now off. I mean, yeah, I guess you can press it off from the
When
beginning.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
I thought you'd be able to
doors,
press it
he
off by
entered
the end of
door
it.
on his left.
Are we able to see through the windows at the beginning? Oh, sorry. It's already behind me now. I think we looked in a
There
few
was
of the
not a
windows,
single
but
person here
there
either.
wasn't a whole lot going on in
Feeling
there.
a wave of
They were just
disbelief,
regular, like,
Stanley
boardrooms and
decided
stuff
to go
like that.
up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door.
Did you ever go right at the start? Not yet. We'll go there eventually. We want to figure this out first, though. Maybe turn it off before the timer. Turn what off? Sorry.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Are we doing this ending again? Yeah, I feel like I've not actually succeeded on this ending yet. We just keep having the ending where we die, but there's clearly some kind of puzzle to
The
solve,
lights
but we've not
rose
done
on
it.
an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
I wish this room was
Stanley
quicker
thought to
on the
himself.
revisit.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life.
Yeah, we can
Their
do
true
the
nature
off
revealed.
switch from the get-go.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
I'd
Stanley's
love to figure out how to
coworkers.
do the
The
on
lives
switch
of so many
and survive.
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I like how the light changes on the model. Nice touch. Kudos to the artists. So that wasn't actually any of the artists or the modelers. Basically, that's done with a program called Stream Effects.
Too horrible to believe. It couldn't
So Stream
be
Effects
true.
creates a
Had
blurred
Stanley
version
really
of
been
my
under
monitor
someone's control
and then
all this
overlays it
time?
on me,
Was this the only
and then does
reason
like a
he was
dynamic
happy with his
mask.
boring
So it's all
job?
just done in
That
OBS.
His emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Employee
Never.
pirate. What did that
It
say?
was unthinkable.
Pirate
Wasn't
something.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
So what do you reckon, chat? Do we do
Controls
on
labelled
and then
with
try and
emotions,
figure out the
happy
puzzle, or do we just
sad,
go straight for
or
off?
content? Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
Seems to be
another
more people saying
human
off.
life.
Okay. I swear if the ending is just black screen and then you're back at the start, it'll be a fucking waste.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Okay.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Feels very
As
Halo,
sunlight
doesn't it?
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what
Jeez.
to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
And was immediately hit by an eagle.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game and get your first achievement. Well, damn. Okay. So in that scenario, Stanley
All of his
survives.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I guess
the
let's have
memo.
one more crack at doing the turning the machine on and figuring out the puzzle. Failing that, we'll take the right door in the split off. We'll do it that way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mr. Narrator is just trying to help the entire time. I'm not sure I'm convinced, dude. I'll be honest with you.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The right door versus the wrong door.
Here's the door, just go.
There's an achievement of clicking on door 425 5 times. Why would that be a thing?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I guess we never did the ending where we quit game after the trash compactor bit. I guess that it just takes you out, right? You maybe get an achievement for doing it, or do you reckon something else happens?
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I don't think we should spoil achievements, to be fair. Let's keep this spoiler-free.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
As much as it's in the achievement list, I don't want to know, because obviously I don't see the achievement list when playing.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
All right, there we are.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Yeah, let's not spoil too much of the game for me, chat. I don't want to know about little random bits of narration on a broom cupboard or anything else.
Was it even possible? Had he truly
just let me
spent his
play
entire
it, vibe
life
it, do it.
utterly blind to the world?
When people do this, it just ends up ruining the game for people.
That's
why I didn't play Undertale for ages, because chat just was so incessant about everything. It was exhausting.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine... Oh, Stanley.
All right, here we go.
You didn't just
Let's see what we can do this time.
Controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
I really wish I knew how I opened that door before. It's really pissing me off.
I really do. But you need to
I'm even tempted to go back in the VOD and have a look, unless someone could just tell me how I did it. Because I've clearly done it correct one time.
Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
You have 3 attempts remaining.
It's your time to shine. You are the star.
Okay.
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Oh, the door's open. You fucker!
I barely know where to start.
So I guess the door was just open.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
So maybe I wouldn't have been able to get through the door anyway last time.
I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Where's the
I have
blue?
to say this, though,
Maybe that's closer to the blue. It's more purple, though.
Amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you,
5.
it's quite rich.
No.
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it.
So nothing changes
I'm going to put
there.
some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me,
I
what's
haven't
the
got a
matter, Stanley?
clue, dude.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yep, you got me
Or
there,
did you
Chief.
just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Press any key to send a
mean,
power
look at
surge.
you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no,
4
these
yellow.
colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really
Maybe you
believe
just do
there's
it
an
at
answer?
each station? I
How
don't
many
know.
times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10, 100, 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity.
No idea.
And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just
Well, this
you
isn't
being
going
blown
well.
to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or
No,
don't. It's all the
nothing.
same
No
to me.
idea.
All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Finished. All right, let's take the right door then. We'll go right once we get to the choice room.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Oh, he's playing solitaire in there. Are you working hard or are you hardly working? Can't go in there. Oh, hello, door. Nice to meet you.
When Stanley came
Right,
to a
time to
set
go
of
to the
2
right
open
then.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Thought I'd try any doors that seemingly lead to new pathways.
Yes, truly
What
a
a weird
room
little
worth
step down.
admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not sure.
Stanley was so
Ah,
bad at
close,
following
that.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Look, I'm done taking your orders. We're going to do what we want. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift 5k. Well, there goes your hospital funds.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Ooh.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Hit me with it.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I'll take him up on it. I'll take him up on his
Oh, thank
his
God
offer.
you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running
I'm just gonna
and
stand
running
still.
and
Can't
running,
be
just the
arsed.
way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much
Which is
happier
why I've
if we
stopped.
just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Just got fucking yeeted by the door.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Space!
Here. Yes. Oh, it's
Whoa.
beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Yeah, me too.
I actually feel happy.
Damn. Was this an exit or? It is. We can just chill for a second. I want to see what happens when all of this comes together. Why does this look exactly like the black hole that they took a picture of recently? The one that really looked like a Krispy Kreme. Oh, shit. Hello. I want to see what this becomes. It's just like a weird sensory room. Stick a finger in it. Dude, if I could, I'd poke it. I really would. It looks like the BIOS of a PS2. It does. All we're missing is a bunch of columns. I feel like if anything was going to happen, it probably would have by now. Maybe we go. We'll go.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
I mean, it is nice, I'm not gonna lie. Just don't know if it's me, though. You know what I mean? The luminescence reflecting off your body. It's cool, right? Look, it's a bit darker, and then as we go up, whoa, brightness, brightness, wow. Whoa, bright, dark, bright, dark, bright, dark. I think when you do it like that, it's really apparent, isn't it? What's going on with it? Oh. Let's go. Sorry, dude. We had to jump ship eventually.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley.
Yeet!
Oh. Thank God. No.
Well, that didn't work.
No, what are you doing,
I'm
Stanley?
gonna do it
Please,
again.
I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why
Ready?
are you doing this?
Yeah. Yeet! Oh, awkward.
Stanley,
Why is it not
let's
working?
go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Sure. With my fucking broken legs, I'll do it. Just this once.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
It's nice to
I
be
know
back.
you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Now, I want to do the stairs. I'm going to do the stairs again. Sort of hobbling along. Ooh.
No, perhaps not.
Along we go. I mean, is it possible for me to die here? Or do I have to do a quit?
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I think you are, boss man.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
A little bit.
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It
Trying our
looks
best,
like you
dear.
wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Come on, boss man. Let's go. Surely this has got to do it.
Is
There
over?
it is.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Bye-bye.
I'm going back.
So it's strange, the narrator's
All of his co-workers were gone.
existence
What could it mean?
seems tied to
Stanley decided to go to the
Stanley.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
But
missed
he also
a memo.
seems to be kind of aware of what's going on.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Is that new content as in the deluxe edition? Or is that just new content in general?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
No problem.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Why are we breaking the
After
fourth
receiving
wall?
critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet,
We'll
but
get
I'm
there.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Can we go?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we are.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
There's still stuff you haven't done though from the old game. Hey, if you didn't want me to play it, it wouldn't present the door. There's no right or wrong way to go through
I have
this.
to say, initial impressions
We'll
of
just-
Stanley
we'll just do our
Parable
thing.
Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Is that it?
Yeah, I'm going to purposely
Surely
not finish
that's
it.
not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
True.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
A great... Oh, I didn't even get a choice. What? Oh, bloody hell. That's not even my room. Well, it is, but this isn't my office.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Alright, fuck you then. I'm not going to go your way. Look pretty sus anyway. If there's one thing I'm not, chat, it's sus. Alright? Let's try the blue door. And see what the blue door does. The new content door has been closed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
Stream
perfectly
can
well.
always use more
Perhaps he wanted to
subscribers.
stop by the
Amongst
employee
us.
lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room. But eager to get back to business,
Amogus.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Jesus.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Do you reckon there's actual
I
shelves
realize
as
that
tall as
investing
that in
your
real life?
trust in someone else can be difficult.
I don't even think at the
but
Amazon
fact
warehouse
is
they go
the
that tall. I feel like
story
that's
has
too much
been
of a
about
hazard if
nothing
something
but
was
you
full.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know
funny.
so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do not think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you
Not
wanted to
me,
see.
not
Help me here,
Hermione.
Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from
5 out
allowing
of
you
5.
more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough,
Oh, God.
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you
Ooh.
say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Not sure. Oh, geez. 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98. Oh, I didn't even read what that said. I'm at the very bottom. Oh, yikes. Well, that's a lie. I've not been playing this for 7.5 hours, have I? Leaderboard's fucked. Oh, oh shit. Hello? Hello? Oh, well, fuck. You can't jump. Did I actually hit a bug? I can't have hit a bug, surely. When I try walking against the door, it does like a weird stroby thing. OMFG, you've actually bugged it. How have I managed that? Oh my god. Martin, the human computer virus, strikes again.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well,
Oh, damn.
fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I don't know how I imagined this. How I manage this. Just always breaking
When
shit.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
You're meant to
well.
defend the data stream,
Perhaps
not
he
destroy
wanted to
it.
stop by
I
the
know, right?
employee lounge first, just to admire it. The
Imagine it
lounge
turns
was
out that this is
sublime,
the chest
a work
office.
of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took
I haven't
the
said that.
first
It doesn't look
open door on
military
his
enough
left.
to be chest office. There's a little lore nugget for you.
Stanley
right
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Sith, what's going on, dude? Thank you very, very much for the 13
Now
months.
listen carefully, this is important.
The dynamic lighting on you is
Stanley
insane.
walked
It's really easy,
through the
Joe.
red-
Sorry, I'll just sort of pause for a second. Literally all it is using stream effects. You just have this thing here, which is basically just a dual filtering area blur, and then a little bit of color grading on it. And then basically all I do after that point is on the VTuber itself, I've just got a dynamic mask that uses that filter thing as the source. And it just sort of like puts a mask on it, which is pretty cool. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's really slick. I didn't come up with this method just to
Aha,
give
perhaps you
credit.
misunderstood.
It was
Stanley
another
walked
VTuber on
through
Twitter
the
sussed it out,
red
and I was like,
door.
it's very
I
cool.
still don't think we're
Very cool.
communicating properly.
But yeah,
Stanley
it's really nice. It
walked
doesn't
through
work
the
on all
red
games. Like on
door.
Minecraft, it's a
All
little
right,
bit bland,
fine, go ahead,
but on
Stanley.
this,
You want to know
it's very
so
ambient.
badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I want to see if I can get past the
You
bug.
see,
If it's bugged again,
there's
I don't
nothing
really know what
here.
I can do, but
I
still.
haven't even finished building this
Can
section.
you turn it off
from
so we can see the difference? Yeah.
Because
I'll
you
do
were
it in
never
real
supposed
time.
to be here in the first
Let me get some
place.
orange on me.
Broken rooms, exposed
Okay, so there you go.
developer
So that's with it
textures.
on.
Is this what you had wanted?
And with it
Was
off.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable
Would it work with real
desires
cams
of
that have green
yours.
screen? Yep.
What would have
It
made
would.
this game better?
It would.
What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
The avatar's
There we
so
go.
bright. Yeah, you
A
don't
third
notice
option.
until
This
you
already
see the
feels
comparison.
leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real.
I'm just going to stick with the same choice that we made last time, because I don't think that was the issue. I think something just went wrong.
Something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here,
I think after this you should try going through the other doors. Yeah, I will be.
This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark.
I just want to see if
but I guess you're into it.
choice 4
let's
leads
keep
to something
this
else.
Party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
All right. So he gave us that before. Then that door opened. We had the scoreboard. Now. Hey, there we go.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
No.
Again, honest answers, please.
Zilch.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You
What?
click the button to move him back to the right.
Yeah.
And if he reaches the fire,
Okay.
you fail. It's a very meaningful game.
Uh-huh.
All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Mm-hmm.
I think the art world will really take notice.
Sure.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Absolutely.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what happens if I do nothing.
You heartless
Gil.
bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, shit.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you
Well,
think
I wasn't
this game is
expecting
about,
this.
Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Wow.
Well, it seems obvious.
What's this
to
game
me
called?
that you are meant
Firewatch,
to
is
play
it?
as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
1989. I wasn't even alive then, dude. I love that we've just straight up changed games. Someone's going to come into stream and go, does the streamer know his category is wrong? I'm like, yes, my category is correct, actually. Category?
No.
Shut up.
Can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Jonesy Lake. Whoa, hold on a minute.
Thank goodness.
This was about to
Stanley
become
got a close
Fortnite.
call.
Loot Lake's over there.
You really wandered off into that
I think the
thing,
game is wrong, sir.
that
I
big,
thought.
open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no
Oh,
path
come
to follow.
on,
You
man.
can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get
No, I
us
don't think
out
that's
of
how that
here.
works.
Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See,
What
this
the
is exactly
fuck?
what I had in mind.
What am I
Just a
doing
nice
here?
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
What is going
Stanley,
on?
if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
How am I... Okay, tell you what, I'm going to try and score a goal. I really should
Okay,
try and
so
score a
what
goal in
exactly
orange.
do we do here? Let's see.
Seeing as we came through the orange
There are
door,
lots
we should
of
go through
cars
the
here in
orange
the
goal.
back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game
In the original
sports
version, this segment was
ball?
Minecraft
Stanley,
and Portal
I think
2.
it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. If we run the
It looks
bases
like you're
and do a
playing Rocket
touchdown
League, but your
together,
stream says you're playing the Stanley
I think
Parable.
surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
All right, time to score a goal. Look, Mum, I'm playing Switch Sports. Let's get it. Can I jump? I can't jump. Of course I can't. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is Rocket League! There it goes. Whoa. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Are you winning, son?
Is it better than my... Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much...
This starting to feel a bit Portal 2-y. When does Wheatley turn up? Hello? Anyone? Oh! Ah! Oh, no, 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 no. Creepy, creepy. Oh, no, 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 no. Creepy, creepy. Oh, no, no. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm scared. Wait, were the numbers higher? Oh, no. We've gone up a floor. We're around the 500s. Where do we go? I guess this way. Oh! Wait, we're back to the 400s. I can't really make out anything on those monitors. Can't jump. Why does the floor sound the way it does? Because it's damp. Clearly never heard a damp floor before. Oh, Dom! Not now! Jesus Christ! Oh God, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. Oh, I've honestly not even lying. I've got goosebumps and I feel like a hot flush going up my arms. Hate you. I hate you so much right now.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Interesting. That was such a peculiar end.
Stanley, come over here. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
So what have we done here so far? So we've gone... Have we now done all of Blue Door and Red Door? I feel like we have. I feel like Red Door was sensory room, wasn't it? And then Blue Door had Blue Door, then Orange Door. Does anything happen if you do Blue Door, and then when you get given Orange Door, you go through a left or right door? Or does that just continue the game as normal? Oh, yeah, we never did the lift stuff. Yeah, yeah, wait. Let's go do that. There is a 4-hour baby ending. I don't understand what that means. I probably don't want to know, to be fair.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
Did you fall to the floor on the warehouse? I considered it, but it looked like I would die.
Well. Perhaps he
but having said that, now that I've jumped down that staircase a few times, maybe I've got a bit more confidence that I can make that drop.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You watched the baby for 4 hours. Oh, is there actually an ending out the other end of that?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Let's try and land.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Never mind.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
They do. You better respect me, chat. A little bit RESPECC to find out what it means to me.
Stanley, come over here.
All right, let's go across the lift this time.
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you?
Call me a nerd.
Fine. You're a dork anyway, so
Oh, a dork, sorry. Talk shit, get banged. I was about to tell him if he called me a nerd, I was going to knock him out.
A set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Also, you could go left.
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge
left from
first,
where, sorry?
Just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to
this
get back
door.
to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We'll explore that in a minute. We'll have a little look at that soon.
Stanley was so bad at
so
following
many
directions,
possibilities.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right, let's find out what's up there, because I'm guessing that's where it's taking me.
Perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not.
Really, I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley.
I'm asking for her.
To redeem yourself.
So is her the other narrator?
Put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Or is it his wife? All right, well, here we go then. Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out.
I'm calling up to speak about your home insurance. Do you have a minute to talk?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about...
Pretty impressive, that.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I know, I thought that was strange as well, to be fair.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Why does this feel like that game? You know, the one that it's the one where like
this is a very
the agent comes to your flat and you've got to kill them and stuff. What was that game called? That everyone like all of the games industry hyped up and it was just dull as anything. Yeah, 12 minutes to die. God, that game was awful.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing.
He's a boring fellow. He's not. He does parkour to get out of his bedroom every morning. He'll Kong vault over that. Not a problem. That seems exciting to me. Oh, chat's about to take the L.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Oh no, I've become Stanley.
Now
Shit.
He's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen his life.
Oh, it's the first time I've yawned on my VTuber. Hey, you guys. I look like a Jeff Dunham puppet. Fuck you, I'm not pressing M. I'm going to go get a drink. You can sit there and to yourself. Be right back. You can't tell me what to do. No chance.
Free me higher,
But in his mind,
I thought
in
I
his
would call his
mind,
bluff
he
and
can
see if
go on
anything happens.
fantastic adventures.
Clearly not.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, God.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys!
So he went further.
The boys!
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Most people get this ending first. The dialogue's pretty confusing to them. I mean, most of it we've experienced already, right? We've not had the yellow wiggly line or whatever it said.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see?
I had to.
How can I make him look at himself?
Give me a mirror.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Sorry, chap.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Wow. That was one of the stranger endings. Can you put some sense into Sips? Markiplier reached out to him to do a collab and he said he won't do it. Then he won't do it. I'm confused.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! Oh, you don't want to see the
You do
cool
realise Sips is a
surprise I
grown-ass
made for
man
you?
with
Well,
children,
fine. You're
a job,
dork anyway, so who cares?
and a life of his own. He doesn't have to work with anybody or do anything. Sips has probably got a
When
fuck you money
Stanley
now,
came
I
to a
would
set
guess.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So is that are we
The
done on
lounge
that
was
direction?
grand, majestic. Perhaps
So we've now done the lift
eager
over,
to get
right?
back
That's
to business,
finished, so we
Stanley
probably
took
go
the
left this
first
time.
open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Absolutely not. We're going to go down this way. If that's just taken as the left route, there's no point. Time for something new. Time for Tubby Bye-Byes.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, From here, it's, Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
You sure? There's an alternative to answering the phone. That's all anyone should say. Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ooh. Thought that was about to just suddenly accelerate at me. Just triple checking there's not anything actually here. Okay. Oh, not this shit again.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This is really from the beginning.
Stanley decided
Jesus.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait.
Hold on a minute.
What? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you?
I was going to say, I ain't got a clue how to do any of that.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Oh, fucking hell.
Let's find the story.
Where would I want to go? Which one looks most enticing? I'm going to go this way. Maybe if I just hold left the whole way. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Ah, shit. I feel like I've really buggered something here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Okay.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
You sure? Just checking that there's not anything here of note. I mean, this is just going to take us back to my room, isn't it?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, bloody... Oh, no.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
Nah, this looks
Is this
creepy.
the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Woo!
I know you put in a lot of hard work.
that's
and it
exciting!
really paid off, so
Yay!
good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Oh.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win
did.
fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Different rooms.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay. Oh,
All
hello,
right,
yellow line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I just want to see. Oh. Yeah, there's like nothing there. Guess we're following the yellow line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yes, please. Well, on to adventure! He was a man called Stanley. He used to press buttons, but now he presses heroes to find out where their evil layers are, to defend the entire kingdom from the forces of evil, and to free the fair maidens, ride on horses, and sleep with any man or woman he chooses. Of course, in a very consenting way. He is Stanley the Notable!
Wait, cut the music.
Oh.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I got it. I got a photographic memory, chat.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Fuck.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Back to the beginning. Right. So the line took us straight back to the room that we were...
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh,
like putting your
this
dick in
all
a pencil
sounds
shop.
perfectly
Oh,
doable.
no?
Why
Okay.
don't we simply start wandering?
Never mind.
Well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use
Excuse
your
me, Martin. You're
imagination.
excused.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Google that, I dare you. You probably don't want to. That'd be like watching the Pain Olympics all over again. I'm sure many a person in chat has ever seen it. So you have something you want to admit to the class, Martin? No, all I'll say is to be or not to be. That is the question.
I'd also like to veto the line.
That's a
from
very
having
funny
any
joke
role in
because
our
that's a
awesome new
pencil and
story.
also...
No lines or monitor
Yeah,
rooms.
whatever. You
Just
get
don't
it.
acknowledge it.
You get
Should
it.
be fine.
God, this looks like the trail of like a Jet Set Radio character. Good one.
Ah, a choice.
Oh.
We get to make a decision. From
Thank
here,
God.
the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
No,
so
I'm
I
good.
know that each door has to lead somewhere.
I'm just gonna
Which
drink.
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh dear. What's this? The confusing ending. Deviate from the maintenance room, end up in monitor room. Is this everything that I've done? Is it are these all my orders? Wait, find the confusing ending schedule. That's where we're at now. The narrator's going to restart the game. Narrator forgets about previous restarts. Stanley attempts to play the story but is prevented. Unable to go anywhere or do anything, the game restarts on its own. Then we find the line again, follow the line, find an identical replica of the office that has begun to deteriorate. Attempt to make up a story. Narrator restarts the game. 7th restart. No longer an office, simply a black space. Wander in the blackness. Find a bookstore. Get bored and leave. Narrator restarts the game. Narrator's gone. After a long time, Stanley dies. And that's all to come, is it?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
By the way,
determined?
this room is very tilted. This whole
So
room is
now,
tilted
according
slightly to the
schedule,
left.
I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed
It's
to
like
forget?
minus 5
Well,
degrees.
What if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't
Gonna have
do it.
to.
I won't do it.
He's the only one who
And
can.
the timer stopped?
Oh dear.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination.
It's a pretty
or
shit
the journey,
story.
though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
This feels like one long
Well, in the
Kurzgesagt video,
meantime,
doesn't it?
if you
Oh, God, that... I didn't enjoy that noise in my ear.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I think we're back to normal. What have we
Oh.
not done yet?
You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
So have we done everything? So we went through to the left. And we've gone downstairs. That was boring. We went upstairs and that was the boss's office. Which then led us to the screen room. Which then led us to the Incredibles like screen thing. And then we explode and die. On the right hand side we went to... We've been through blue door and red door. Oh, there's the other phone ending. You didn't pick up the phone yet. No, I thought I did pick up the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, where's this?
Perhaps he wanted to
Where was the
stop by
phone
the
ending
employee
again?
lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's up the lift. Okay. Let's go do that. I think did I answer the phone last time or no? I feel like I did answer it. I remember clicking on it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, the yellow line's there.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else...
Okay, so I won't answer it this time.
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Can you unplug it?
You need to be the one to... Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
That's a good point, actually, thinking back on it.
Clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Crickets the
or
burgers.
He could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Aren't we all? Aren't we fucking all?
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals
When's the last time you had a BSc, chat?
Choices per
Be
day.
honest.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to
You're
the
in the
world,
right place.
just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Hello.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Can't pick up the phone. Where do I...
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Ah, you fucker. I already tried to squeeze through that gap to see if I could break the game. Shit. That would have been good if I could have. Never mind. Imagine I find a way now to die when it's not supposed to be.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
No. You say left door, I go right door. Wow.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I'm going to bide my time. We're going to go really slowly. No hesitations. Guess we have to go left. There's nothing else to do. Oh, shit.
I can't believe after everything we talked about that
my
story, you've destroyed
Don't worry, it's okay.
Why?
It's okay, it's okay. Everything's fine. It's okay, it's okay.
What did you think was so special
It's
about
okay.
seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
Hey up, Mini
I can't
Mooka.
erase that knowledge. I'll have to
Are you in the
live with it
house,
forever.
Minnie?
Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down
Mini
entirely?
mover.
To willingly
True.
destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I...
It's okay.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh dear. Oh, it went a bit PT there. Oh.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the
quick summary of where to find your remaining endings.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
To
Just follow my lead and you'll
our
be fine.
left
All
to
right.
the boss's office.
When Stanley
What?
came
To a
to a
left
set
to the
of
boss's
2 open
office.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? To a left to the boss's office. Once you take the elevator after the keypad, turn 180 and you'll figure it out. The others you'll get to mess around on the chair in the mind control room.
No!
At
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
So every time I go right now, it kills the game.
Exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There you go. You got what you want.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't even have a choice now. There used to be a downstairs option there, but not anymore. I love that it lets you interact with every door in this game, but not once has it actually done anything. What the hell has happened here? Well, this is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again
What the
stunned
fuck?
to
That
discover
poor
no
panda!
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Edna mode. Edna mode. Edna mode.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Edna mode.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Edna mode. Night Shark 184.
Fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what?
I've tried clicking on it, it doesn't
Humiliating
work.
to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
oh shit,
he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
Wait, I'm free.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Oh.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
Did I finish it?
Do something. Anything.
I never did vent. I never vented. I was never sus.
I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Damn. Wow. The community dubbed this the true ending, I think, because it rolls the credits, but it's not the actual end. There's more. I mean, it is the end for today, because I gotta go. That's it. That's the stream done for me, dude.